action, let's go. 추억 건물을 찾으러.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Okay, here we go again. I will introduce myself. My name is Febi Hardin and I'm from English department. And today we will discuss about modal verbs. Okay, for the first material we have modal verbs. What is modal verbs? Modal verbs are a type of auxiliary verbs in English that are used to express various meanings such as possibility, ability, permission, obligation, request, advice, prediction, and offers. And some of the modal verbs such are can, may, must, will, and shall. Okay, and also modal verbs are used to modify the meaning of the main verb in a sentence. Okay, for example is I can speak French. We use the modal can to modify the main verb speak, indicating the speaker's abilities to speak French. That is. And we enter to the second material, that is modal permission and obligation. For the first is, what is permission? Permission refers to act of allowing or giving someone the right to do something. That is permission. In here we have three modals that are used to have permission. For the first is can, could, and may. Okay, for the first is the example for can. Actually here I will give only one example. That is the first is, can I borrow your car? Which means that I ask permission for the owner of the car that I want to borrow it. And the second is could you help me for calling my mom? In this example I ask her permission for calling my mom because actually my data has been spent. And the third is may I borrow your book please? In this example I really polite for asking him permission to borrowing his pen because my pen is last. Yeah, that is. And the second is obligation. What is obligation? Obligation refers to requirement or necessity to do something. Modal verbs are often used to express different levels of obligation, from strong obligation to mild obligation. Example, here we have three modals, that is must, should, and have to. For the first is must. The example is, you must doing your homework before the time run out, which means that here obligation here for doing her homework, because if the time is run out she cannot doing her homework. And the second one is should. We should study hard for our exam tomorrow, which means that they want to study really hard for doing their exam tomorrow. And the third is have to. You have to meet your parents before they come back, which means that I obligation him for meet his parents before his parents come back to their village. And for your information that the model of must and have to have the strong obligation, and should have the mild obligation. Yeah. Okay, we move to the third materials, that is ability. Okay, in ability we use two models, that is can and could. Okay, for the first is we use can and can to talk about someone's skill or general abilities. For the example here we have she can sing a song, which means that her ability is her ability is singing a song. Yeah, because maybe she has a beautiful voice. And the second is I can climb a tree. Yeah, actually I don't have any ability of climb a tree because I cannot uh what is go down from the tree. Sorry. And the second is we use can and can to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. And here I use the specific time of present. Okay, the first one is he can play the guitar, but he can't play any other instruments, which means that only guitar he can play today. But maybe in the future he will play any instrument, any instruments, any instruments. Yeah. Okay, for the third is could. We use could and couldn't for talk about the past. For example is ah sorry I couldn't meet you yesterday because yesterday I had to meet my parents, which means that in this section she no, yeah, I use couldn't because the time is talk about the past. That's why I use couldn't then can. Okay, for the last material is talk about can, could, would for invitation, offers, and requests. Okay, what is the invitations? Invitations are requests for someone to join us in an activity or event. We can use modal verbs to make invitation more polite and respectful. For the example, here we have this one. For the first is, would you like to go outside with me? Which means that I invite him or her to go outside. And the second one is could you join us for the party, which means that we suggest her or him to join the party together. And the third is you can go with us, which means that I invite him or her to go with us together. And the second one is offers. What is offers? Offers are expression of willingness to help someone or do something for them. And also, we can use modal verbs to make offers more polite and respectful. For the example, here we have I can buy you a pizza if you're hungry, which means that I offers you a pizza if you're hungry. And the second one is I could lend you my car for the weekend, which means that I offers you to lend my car for maybe for a weekend and maybe for 3 weekends. Yeah, and then actually I didn't have any car. And the third is I would help you with your homework, which means that I offers you to help you with your homework. But I will help you do your homework if your homework is really difficult. If not difficult, I will not do it. Okay. For the last is request. What's request? Requests are expression of a need or desire for someone to do something for us. We can use modal verbs to make requests more polite and respectful. And here we have some of the example from the request. So the first is Could you please give me a doll? Which means that I request him or her to give me a doll, not a flower. Because actually, actually I like flower, but not really. And the second one is, would you mind for closing the window? Which means I request him to closing the window. And the third is, can you choose the color for me? In this example, I request here for choosing me the color because I cannot choose the color by myself. It's hard for me. And thank you. And I think the material has done. Thank you, ma'am, for your attention and kindness and beautiful heart. And I'm so sorry in this video I'm not really give much explanation about your materials, but I'm really want to say thank you very much because you give me the change for making video about presentation, and thank you very much, ma'am. And the last for me, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
트레저와 함께 달려 Ready for action, let's go 추억 건물을 찾으러